Hi everyone. Today we'll see some examples on the variations of mathematical induction. This video would be limited to the division examples. So let's look at the examples. Our first question we have with us is, using mathematical induction, we have to prove the statement, if x and y are natural numbers and x is not equal to y, then we have to show that x raised to power n minus y raised to power n is divisible by x minus y for all n belonging to the set of natural numbers. So for these kind of problems, the first thing that we have to do is make it structured into a statement. So the statement we have it, and we represent it with p of n, that x raised to power n minus y raised to power n is divisible by x minus y. And this is the statement on which we're going to do our induction on. So our base condition for step 1 would be to take n is equal to 1 because n belongs to a set of naturals and the smallest natural number is n is equal to 1. So first we'll prove it for the base condition, which is to prove for n is equal to 1. So we have to basically show that p of 1 is true. So p of 1 would be, now we'll replace n with 1, so it's x raised to power 1 minus y raised to power 1 is divisible by x minus y. And that is true because this is just x minus y, which would always be divisible by x minus y. So it's a true statement, and this proves the step 1. So we have proved for the base condition. The next step in mathematical induction is to assume it true for some n is equal to k. And we've taken our statement right here, so it's always visible to us what we are doing. And we have to assume it true for some n is equal to k. So we'll have to say that p of k is a true statement. So if we write it, we'll say that p of k is equal to, now we'll replace n is equal to k. So x raised to power k minus y raised to power k is divisible by x minus y. And that is a true statement. Or when we're talking about divisibility, instead of saying that x raised to power k minus y raised to power k is divisible by x minus y, I can also say that x raised to power k minus y raised to power k is equal to x minus y into some constant p, because ultimately this would be a multiple of x minus y, since it is divisible by x minus y. And this p is a constant or the quotient that we can use. So this is a more mathematical way to write the same equation. So we are assuming it true for n is equal to k, which means we are saying that this equation is true. And the third step now is to prove it for some n is equal to k plus 1. And we have to build our proof on this assumption that we've already taken. So first let's see what we need to prove. So to prove, we have to say that p of k plus 1 is now true. So which means that x raised to power k plus 1 minus y raised to power k plus 1 should be equal to x minus y into some constant m. This essentially means that x raised to power k plus 1 minus y raised to power k plus 1 is a multiple of x minus y, which is the same thing, just a different way to write it. So this is the equation that we have to show, and we have to base it on this assumption. So let's start with that only. Let's take this equation first, and let's try to build this equation from this equation, right? So that is our approach, and that will be always our approach for these kind of questions. So first we'll take the assumption here, and we know that this is true. Now we'll try to build this based on this. So for that, I see that the powers here are k plus 1 and y raised to power k plus 1. So what I can do is I can take y raised to power k on this side to give us that x raised to power k is equal to x minus y into p plus y raised to power k. And now the power is k plus 1. So I can multiply both sides with x to give us x raised to power k plus 1 is equal to, and now if we multiply x on both sides, we'll get x minus y into px plus y raised to power k into x. And now we're getting closer to this left hand side. The next step would be to subtract y raised to power k plus 1 from both sides. So let's do that. We'll subtract y raised to power k plus 1 from both sides to give us x raised to power k plus 1 minus y raised to power k plus 1 And on the right hand side, we'll get x minus y into px plus y raised to power k into x minus y raised to power k plus 1. And now somehow we have to show that this entire right hand side is actually nothing but a multiple of x minus y. So let's see how we can do that. Let's take it here and let's see now. So what we can do is, first, this is y raised to power k plus 1. So I can convert it into y raised to k. So for that, this becomes x raised to power k plus 1 minus y raised to power k plus 1 is equal to x minus y into px plus y raised to power k into x minus y raised to power k into y. We just took the power as a product. Now we can take y raised to power k as common. So this would give us x raised to power k plus 1 minus y raised to power k plus 1 is equal to x minus y into px plus y raised to power k into x minus y. And now we can take x minus y common from both these terms to give us this left hand side is equal to x minus y common into px plus y raised to power k. And now if we say that this entire term px plus y raised to power k is some m, and this is an integer because p was our quotient and x and y, they're natural numbers, right? So this is an integer, and let's say we take that integer as m, then we can write this equation as x raised to power k plus 1 minus y raised to power k plus 1 is equal to x minus y into m. And that is exactly what we had to show. This essentially means that the left hand side is actually x minus y into some quotient, or it is a multiple of x minus y. And so this proves our statement that x raised to power k plus 1 minus y raised to power k plus 1 is divisible by x minus y. So p of k plus 1 is equal to x raised to power k plus 1 minus y raised to power k plus 1 is divisible by x minus y. So this becomes a true statement. And so we've also proved it for n is equal to k plus 1. So this is also done. And now this concludes our mathematical induction. So now we can confidently say that x raised to power n minus y raised to power n is indeed divisible by x minus y for all n belonging to the set of natural numbers. Now let's look at another example. So the second question we have with us is, using mathematical induction, we have to prove that 2 into 4 raised to power 2n plus 1 plus 3 raised to power 3n plus 1 is divisible by 11 for all n belonging to natural. So we'll use the same approach. First, we'll construct the statement. So we'll write it as p of n is equal to 2 into 4 raised to power 2n plus 1 plus 3 raised to 3n plus 1 is divisible by 11. And now we'll start our mathematical induction. So first we'll prove for the base condition, which is when n is belonging to natural. So our base condition would be the lowest one, which is n is equal to 1. So step 1, we have to prove for n is equal to 1. So p of 1 here would be equal to, when I plug n is equal to 1 in this equation, as 2 into 4 raised to power 2 into 1 plus 1 plus 3 raised to power 3 into 1 plus 1, which should be divisible by 11. So let's get these values. So this is 2 plus 1, so this would be 3, and this would be 3 plus 1, so this would be 4. So p of 1 can be written as 2 into 4 raised to power 3 plus 3 raised to power 4. We have to show is divisible by 11. So 4 raised to power 3 is 4 into 4 into 4, so that's 64. And 3 raised to power 4 is 9 squared, so that's 81. So this is 2 into 64, which is 128, plus 81. And if we do this addition, this would be 209. 209 can also be written as 11 into 19. And since we can write it as a multiple of 11, which actually means that this term is divisible by 11. So this is exactly what we had to show. So this is a true statement, and we have proved this equation, this statement is valid for n is equal to 1. Now let's move on to the next step. We'll assume true for some n is equal to k. So what we are essentially saying that p of k which is equal to 2 into 4 raised to power 2k plus 1 plus 3 raised to power 3k plus 1 is divisible by 11. And again, the trick that we saw earlier when we are dealing with divisibility is to convert it into multiples. So it's easier and more mathematical to write. So we can write it as the same statement as 2 into 4 raised to power 2k plus 1 plus 3 raised to power 3k plus 1 is some multiple of 11. Let's call that quotient p, so it would be 11p. So this is the assumption that we have taken. So step 2 is also done. The last step is to prove it for some n is equal to k plus 1. So essentially what we have to prove is 2 into 4 raised to power 2k plus 1 plus 3 raised to 3 into k plus 1 plus 1 should be some multiple of 11. Let's call it m. So we have to show this is equal to some 11m. And our approach is going to be the same. We'll take this condition, we'll base our proof on this condition, and then we'll try to get this left-hand side from this condition. And before that, let's actually simplify this. So this becomes 2k plus 2 plus 1, so it's 2k plus 3. And this becomes 3k plus 3 plus 1, so it's 3k plus 4. So this equation here in simplified form would be 2 into 4 raised to power 2k plus 3 plus 3 raised to power 3k plus 4 is equal to 11m. And we somehow have to get this equation from this equation. So let's take this equation as our starting point. And now, one by one, we'll try to transform it into this equation. So I'll subtract both sides with 3 raised to power 3k plus 1 to give us 2 into 4 raised to power 2k plus 1 is equal to 11p minus 3 raised to power 3k plus 1. So the difference is this is 2k plus 1, whereas this is 2k plus 3. So I have to multiply both sides with 4 squared, right? So we can write this as 2 into 4 raised to power 2k plus 1 into 4 squared, which is 16, is equal to 11p minus 3 raised to power 3k plus 1 into 16. So now this thing would become 2 into 4 raised to power 2k plus 3. And it should be equal to this right hand side. The next step would be to obviously add both sides with 3 raised to power 3k plus 4. So let's do that. Let's take our equation here and the condition that we need to prove right here. So we can always see what we are trying to do. So we'll add 3 raised to power 3k plus 4 both sides to give us 2 into 4 raised to power 2k plus 3 plus 3 raised to power 3k plus 4 is equal to 11p minus 3 raised to power 3k plus 1 into 16 plus 3 raised to power 3k plus 4. So we added this term both sides. And now we got the left hand side. So essentially what we need to show now is that this right hand side is entirely some multiple of 11 that we can write as 11m. So we'll keep our left hand side fixed here, and now this is equal to, so let's multiply 16 inside the brackets. So it is 11 into 16p minus 3 raised to power 3k into 16 into 3. So this 3 comes from this power, right? We used it in the product way. So it's easier for us to common things out and do some manipulation there. Plus 3 raised to power 3k into 81, which came from 3 raised to 4. So we are trying to take common 3 raised to power 3k, and so we took out the additional powers as products. So 16 into 3 is 48. So we can write the entire equation as the left hand side remains fixed is equal to 11 into 16p plus 3 raised to power 3k, which we took out as common, into 81 minus 48. So this calculation would now become 11 into 16p plus 3 raised to power 3k into 33. And 33, if you know, is nothing but 11 into 3. So from both the terms, I can take out 11 common now to give us the left hand side remains fixed is equal to 11 into 16p plus 3 raised to power 3k into 3, right? And again, if you see, that this is nothing but an integer, because p was our quotient earlier on, and all of these are natural numbers. So this would be an integer. So again, we can write it as some integer m to write the entire equation as 11m. And so ultimately what we got is 2 into 4 raised to the power 2k plus 3 plus 3 raised to the power 3k plus 4 is equal to 11n. And this is exactly what we had to show. So we have proved the final step for mathematical induction. So our step 3 is also done. So now we don't need to show to prove. This we have already proved. So step 3 is done. And we can now confidently say that the statement 2 into 4 raised to the power 2n plus 1 plus 3 raised to the power 3n plus 1 is divisible by 11. So that was all about it. Thank you.